Hi everyone, I'm getting ready to head off into the Coral Sea once again with our Beyond the Barrier rally, and I thought that I'd drop in today live to teach before we go a class based on, as you can see, I'm in one of the cabins on board MV Cavallino that we are doing our rallies on. And yeah, 2 bunks either side, and obviously I can just fit in the middle. Many of us are on boats and live on boats, and we are limited with space, and this just comes with being on boats. So, but I wanted to show you how to utilize these spaces. Of course, today, well, the sun's out, which is woohoo, we're excited that the sun's finally out. But you know, and the seas are calm, and we're in Horseshoe Bay still, but we leave later on today about 5 o'clock. So anyway, this is this space in the boat. So I've mentioned this before, and of course this is home too. Sometimes you want to practice, as I've mentioned before, and you know, you find it difficult to escape, whether it be from family or you know, just to find your own space to practice for a limited amount of time, to find a little bit of peace in your day. So not that you're escaping family, but you're yeah, just finding a little bit of you time. So that's what this class is about today. So let's begin. So just as always, let's sit comfortably in your space, wherever you are, in your cabin or at home. And close down your eyes and just start to check in with your inhalations and your exhalations here. Breathing in an intention for bringing you to your mat today. And exhaling that out to the universe. As always, we try to relax the breath before we begin, because we come to the mat sometimes with obviously needing yoga or needing this space right now. And our breath may be a bit labored. We just need to settle it a little bit by drawing breath in. So let's all take a long, deep inhalation in through the nose. And exhale all breath out, let it go. And relax the breath. Draw breath in again, long and deep, remembering that Ujjayi breath like a doorway in the back of the throat. As we open and breathe, our throat opens, and then we send that long, deep exhalation out, creating those wind swirls and that oceanic Veda breath, that deep breath that you breathe out. Let it go. Relax your breath. Keep the eyes soft. Again, draw breath in, long and deep. Breathe it in. And this time with the exhalation, breathe it away. Send the hands out in front of you and release. And relax the breath. Open the eyes and become aware of your surroundings. And of course, if you're at home, you could put 2 chairs either side of you to place your hands. I'll try and keep in the frame because I've got a vertical frame today with this live feed. So I want you to come onto your knees, and I want you to step your left foot forward. So you can either place both forearms onto either side of the bed or wherever you are. Or if you've just got a wall there, just place your hands on the walls if you like. Yeah, just so you've got that balance. So it's all about, again, balance, but this is what yoga is a lot about, is you're balancing yourself and you're really trying to find stability in these spaces. So regardless of whether it's a small space or a bigger space that you're in, just modify. So stepping left foot forward, drawing that left knee forward. And we're coming into a version of Anjaneyasana pose. So just allow the pelvis to descend Remember, you can always place a pillow underneath that bent knee to create some comfort there. So really just allow the pelvis to descend. Feel that big psoas opening up and releasing now on that left side, that one that wraps around and draws around the leg. Lift the toes and plant them down so they're nice and firm. Keep the eyes soft and broaden through the chest. Stick the chest forward, really exaggerate the chest. Draw the head up and drop the head back. So opening and breathing into this space. Drawing in long, deep inhalations in and exhale out. Breathe out, let it go. So I can see someone's jumped on a line here. And hello, if you've just joined me, but I've just started a live class here for our first class of July in a small space. So keep breathing in, press the chest forward, elongate the neck, the head, and drop back. Draw the shoulders up and then down and away. Breathing in and releasing out. And then step and join both knees back onto your cushion if you have one there. And we're going to step our right foot forward this time. So we're clasping, or we're just resting our forearms onto the bunk here like I have, or if you're in a small space, remember use the wall. Draw the knee forward, or if you put chairs either side, just place the hands onto the chairs. Or improvise. If you're not in a small space, you can cactus the arms, follow along just exactly the same. Pressing, exaggerating, pressing the chest forward and elongating the neck and dropping the head back. Really feeling that opening in, that big psoas. So really feel that release. I'm feeling a little tight today because all I've been doing is sitting the last few days, being a little bit annoyed with internet and doing my tax. So let's shake that off. So remember, draw breath in, breathe in, long and deep, and release breath out, let it go. And feel that opening. Drawing both knees back under you. And let's just see, cactus the arms here again. Come up onto the knees and just breathe, open. Opening up that front of the neck as well. So really I'm getting ready for a passage. So I'm really trying to release and open and release these hips. So let's just step that left foot forward again and come back into that Anjaneyasana place. So the back foot is curled, back toes are curled under, the top of the foot's on the mat. And the pelvis is really feeling long, deep towards the earth as you breathe, or ocean beneath you. Now with this here, I'm noticing that the bed is actually a little bit higher, so my shoulders are starting to bunch up towards my shoulders. So you really want to make sure you elongate yourself, press down. As you know, the mattresses have that give that you can do this in this space. And come back, bringing both knees back down, drawing that right foot forward, knee forward, top of the back foot onto the mat, curl the toes, really send that chest away, press down, open up the shoulders, just like your cactus arms, or be whatever in that space. If you need to press your hands on either side, if the boat's moving gently, you need to feel some stability there by using the hands to help protect you. And come back and draw both knees back down. I want you to reach both arms up towards the sky. Bring the hands into our eagle arms. So we're crossing right arm underneath left and drawing our hands together into our eagle space. So just check in with the shoulders. So draw the right shoulder up a little bit so you're having both shoulders square towards the front. You can curl the toes underneath, so just like sprinters arch, just to grip into the mat. Draw in, breathe in from the pelvis all the way up, drawing into the core, expanding the chest and feeling that opening release of the shoulders. And relax down, draw arms up, hands together in prayer, and all the way back down to your heart space. Awesome. Sweep the arms back up again. This time we're going left underneath right, and we're bringing our arms into cactus arms. So this time we need to draw that left and right shoulder in one line, as best you can. Maybe you've just got your arms like this, that's okay. We're not always able to open at the same time, or you may not be able to do everything that I'm doing here, so it doesn't matter. You're still getting the same benefit, same opening in the shoulder with the arms wide. So keep breathing into this space. Release, let go. And one more breath and come back out of it. Again, we're going to be stepping our left knee forward, drawing our knee forward. We're going to be resting our arms alongside wherever you are in this space. We're in cactus arms, pressing the chest forward and dropping the head back. And come back again, both knees, drawing the right foot forward, right knee. When you gaze down, you should just see the big toe, arms alongside. Press down with the elbows into the bunk if you need to lower the shoulders, open up the throat and drop the head back, and keep breathing in this space. And last breath, come back out. And I'm going to come to a standing position here. So I'm going to stand, and again, in between the bunks. So we've got this space going on here. We've got this space where if the boat rocks from side to side, you have the ability to move side to side. So this is what I want you to actually check in with right here. The main thing, and one of the big things that I can tell you that a lot of us do on a boat, is we tend to hold ourselves tight and rigid because the boat's moving and so forth. So in this space you have the ability that you can, if the boat was moving, then you're just going to use these fluid movements that when the boat does move, that you can sort of rock from side to side, but you know you're not going to really go anywhere unless you're really being practicing in bigger seas, which we don't do very often. So just ground down the feet, lift the toes, spread the toes, and heels down. And just check in with the pelvis, you know, slightly tilt the pelvis up, and just take any pressure off that lower back, close down the eyes. Keep breathing in here and releasing out. And let's step our left toes forward. And we're going to take our back foot towards the back of the mat. And we're just going to turn on that back foot. So we've got like a sprinter's arch here, the back foot. So it's a little bit hard for me to give you front and back with this small space, but we're going to. So we're just doing a similar pose that we just did with Anjaneyasana, only we're doing it a high lunge. So we're up high. So this time, with this one, we're actually getting more into the calf muscle and hamstring. So you're pressing back with that heel. So again, this is another action because I've got a back wall here. I can actually press back and breathe into that space. So you're really getting into, change foots there, really getting into that calf muscle and hamstring. So breathe into that space. And then come and join left and right together. Draw the arms up towards the sky and bring them back down into our prayer. This time going the other way, and we're stepping our right toes back towards the back of the mat. Either holding on, just improvise. If you've got more space, raise the arms up towards the sky. Pressing that right heel back and really feel that expansiveness in that back leg, really getting into opening that calf muscle, hamstring, even feeling it on your quadriceps here. So left knee's bent, drawing towards the left toes. Keep breathing into this space. Breathing in and releasing out. You can have a soft bend in the back knee as well. And last breath, come back. Toes touching, heels slightly apart. If you've got the ability to raise the arms up towards the sky and come back down into your prayer position. So let's move and do wide leg fold here. So because you have the bunk here, so my legs are nice and wide and spread. I've got my life jackets on the bed, so I'll move them out of the way. So I want you to rest your buttocks towards the bunk or table or whatever space you're in. Maybe you're in the saloon and you've got a bunk on the other side. Then exhale, fold. Fold all the way forward. Now use the bunk if you have the ability to fold. So see my back and my spine is really nice and long here. So I'm using the bed to press the sit bones in, and I'm reaching the arms out in front of me and folding forward. And just take your head and just take your right cheek and place it onto the bunk. Or if you're in standing position, you're elevating yourself, you're keeping yourself up using your core. So don't flop down onto the bunk like you're going to have a sleep as such. We really just want to be just a soft touch for the right cheek to the bunk. And come up slowly, slowly. Let's cactus the arms, send the chest forward. So opening the shoulders, opening the hips, lengthening the spine today. And relax. So let me change sides. Okay, move my life jackets over. So we're going to the other side, reaching up. Feel long in the spine, reach the arms up, get some length, use those fingertips to really reach towards the sky here. So using them, spreading your fingers, reaching up. And then our legs are nice and wide, remember, and we're folding. So take the legs nice and wide and reach the arms forward. Breathe into that space. So you're getting some length in the inner legs with the legs spread nice and wide. And you're getting this extension in the spine. Keep breathing into that space. Feel the spine long. Press the buttocks away and reach the arms. Come back into that space. Come back. And just turn on that back foot so you're back into that nice high lunge. Move these out of the way. Back into that high lunge with the left leg back. So press that left heel away. Really press it away. And come back. And again, take that right foot back. Press that right heel away. Get into that space there. And now let's come back to, like we did the other day for that class, we're going to come into the seated position onto the bunk. And we're going to do a hip opener pose. So we're just going to take our our left foot's onto the mat. Just going to take our right ankle and just place it across on top of that, above the left knee. So some of us are going to have our knee up really high. It's all good. And I want you to just sit back a little bit with that right hip. So we want to open the hips up. We want to get them moving today. We want to get that synovial fluid going. And you know, we've got those natural little pumps in our joints that actually create moisture as such to stop you being so stiff in these areas. So with movement, this is what you're creating. So in a way, I want you to sort of just rock from side to side a little bit with that knee. So I want you to really just open. I'm also on my tippy toe of my left foot because the bunk is up a little bit higher. So I'm wanting to raise and elevate that. So again, that's getting into the calf muscle onto the left side, the left lower calf muscle, and as well as we're opening up that right hip area. So you can support the right foot as well as the knee if you're feeling like you're trying to hold it up and you're starting to shake as such as well. So just, honor your body. Then relax that right foot down and let's draw our left foot up. Something I want you just to be aware of when you draw that foot up. You don't want to draw it up like this as such, and I know in some of the angles it looks like that. So it's sort of like you open it out and you draw it up. So you're pointing that knee away off to the left and then take that foot over above the knee. Now again, this is pure by chance that I've just really realized that I'm standing here and my leg is long enough that I can actually rest the knee on the left bunk and the left foot and toes on the right. So this is perfect as well. If this feels comfortable for you, so you can do it that way or come and sit down. And you just have to play and modify with practicing yoga on a boat. It's to find your space, number one, that you can go and just check out and let people know that, you know, it's your time, it's your, you know, however long the class is, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 40 minutes, just let them know I'm going to be just checked out, you know, if you can just leave me, unless obviously they need you for something. But yeah, most of the time we're doing yoga on the boat when we're resting. So yeah, breathe into this space, drawing that left hip back, and keep breathing. So feel strong in the balanced leg, and maybe you need or can rock from side to side just to create a little bit more movement with that. Again, let's stand up, and we're going to take our feet nice and wide, and we're going to reach our arms up, and we're going to bring them back down to that space, heart space, and then we're going to open up, press the chest. I know with me, I've been sitting and doing a lot of computer work as well, and maybe a lot of you have also been doing your end of financial year stuff. So opening the shoulders, lengthening the spine is just so important. Reaching the arms forward, keep the legs nice and wide, and fold yourself forward, relax your head down. And come back up and relax. Turn on that back foot again. So we're turning on the back foot, we're pressing that left heel away. You can use the wall if you have a wall, otherwise just hold on to the bunk. So breathe into that space. And then I'm going to join both feet together, and I'm going to press that right leg away this time. So pressing that right leg away, pressing the heel away, allowing the pelvis to really relax down. And check in with that front knee as well. Make sure that it's not off to the left or the right. So we're drawing that left knee towards the left toes. Breathe into the space and tuck the pelvis under a little bit. Sometimes we create that really back arch in the back. So we want to tip the pelvis up a little bit, a bit like I always say, it's like Michael Jackson, that woohoo. You tip it up and you take that pressure off the lumbar area a little bit. Join left and right feet together, and let's come back to a seated position. Another thing I want to show you here is that you can use the bed for wide leg, of course, as well, because standing as well. But if you wanted to have that wide leg action, or a wall, if you had the wall, or you could sit with your back against the wall and have the legs wide. So lots of different options with practicing on the boat. You can find somewhere that you can open up, bring the knees back together, and let's drop back down onto the floor. Let's draw our legs out in front of us for our Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Let's just draw our arms up towards the sky, and then really go slow, reaching the fingertips forward. I want you to slowly reach the arms out in front of you. Relax your fingertips either to the ankles, shins, or just below the knees. Press the sit bones away and feel that length and opening in the back body. Drawing breath in and releasing breath out. Drawing breath in and releasing breath out. Feel long in the spine, shake out all those tight back muscles, calf muscles, hamstrings, and release back up, raising the arms back up towards the sky and drawing the hands back down to your heart space. So now I'm going to take, I'm going to go into Janu Shishasana. So here I've got my left leg out. I'm lengthening my left leg along the bottom of the bunk area here. I could go back further actually. I could maybe, and I'll just have my whole back body, which is great, which is resting up against the back space on the wall here, which is actually fantastic because it gives you that really big length in the spine. So it doesn't matter whether if you're at home, obviously you've got a wall there, so slide your bum back there. Really press the back and the lower back to the back wall and extend that left leg out in front of you. So for me to keep in this frame, I've got, and I want to take my right foot to the inside of the left leg. My right knee is up high, so I could modify a little bit here and just utilize this space and shove that right knee into the corner of the wall here. So you really got to play with your boat and you know what space that you actually have on board to utilize these poses. So I've got the perfect, and again I'm really lucky here because my leg length is perfect to just rest onto that other bunk side. So take the left hand to the outside there. I know I'm out of the frame with my left hand, and just reach that right hand to the outside of the left leg. Draw in here, breathe in, and then exhale, fold. Release, head, forehead, just over the knee. Breathe into that back body area. So you're either holding on to the outside of the left leg or the ankle, or if you have the ability to hold on to the foot, go for it. And breathe into that space. And I can tell that I've been doing bookwork and paperwork and leaning over computer the last few days, because normally I can bring myself down a lot lower, but today my back's saying it's stuck in this space. So keep breathing here and don't push past, because sometimes you know you're way more flexible than you are, like me in this space today. Don't force it, because you'll do more damage to your body than goodness being here on the mat today. Come back up and let's change sides. So this side's different because I can actually shove myself into the corner here. So now I have my buttocks and my leg, right leg all the way along there. So I feel really snug and tight, and I feel stable and secure and safe. And that's what one of the big things with practicing on the boat is being safe. So and again, you know, I can draw. I've got the space here before the door opens that I can open that knee up. If you need to support the knee, go for it. The little bit difficult here is taking my right arm behind me, but so I just have to shove over a little bit and shove myself forward and reach my left hand to the outside. So I feel totally comfortable. If the boat was rocking right now, I could really move myself and hold myself into this space and still get all the benefits out of Janu Shirshasana. So keep breathing. Draw breath in and release. Head relaxed over the leg. Drawing breath in and releasing out. And come up slowly, slowly, slowly. And let's bring ourselves back up onto our knees. We'll move into our Janu Shirshasana pose, but just for the benefit of just finding all these different spaces on the boat. This is our camel pose. So, and one good thing about using something like a flat surface, a wall or a cupboard, sometimes it really helps you with the pose as well. So camel pose, I want to really get you to press your chest forward. Bring your hands behind you here. Your knees are hip width distance apart, so are your feet. So check in with them. I want you to press your chest into the wall or door and drop your head back. So you're just clasping the hands behind you. So you're getting the same benefit as if you're balancing yourself, but you're actually probably in better posture because you're pressing the chest, belly into the mat, or lifting the chest away, I should say, pressing belly into the mat and release out of it. And then press back into our child's pose. So toes touching, I can disappear out of the frame a little bit here because I've got a little bit of space there, toes touching, knees nice and wide. If you don't have the space to outstretch the arms, take your left arm and clasp it over top of the right forearm and lower the head. Breathe, relax into this space. Send the buttocks towards the heels and breathe all breath out. Always drawing those inhalations and exhalations in here. Always into all these resting poses. So again, I could place my toes here. Knees can be as wide as the bunk. Arms out in front of you and relax head. Slowly, slowly, slowly. All right, let's come to a seated position onto our mats. We'll start to wind down the class now. Sit comfortably, high and half lotus, if that's where you want to be, by just taking that right arm, the right leg out in front of you. Make sure the knee is pointed away, and maybe you're just going to rest that right foot just to the outside or the top of that left leg, or maybe you have a little bit more space and you can bring it up really nice and high. So just play with that. The more you open, the more you practice, and the more you open, you start to move into some of these more advanced hip openers. Seated, relax, close down the eyes. So we'll start to wind down now in this space. Drawing breath in and closing down the eyes. Or remember, you can just sit with your ankles crossed. You don't have to force your leg into this position. Just check in, as always, with your intention you made at the beginning of the practice today. And just scan how your body feels in this short practice, but we've got into so much today: calf muscles, hamstrings, spine, hips, front body with camel, and inner legs. So with a short practice, don't often discard that. It's something that can truly benefit you in your limited time. Sometimes, as we know, we have busy times of the day, or you being on a boat, we're really busy, we've got lots of things to do, but just coming to the mat for this amount of time is equally as beneficial to you as it is if you were doing a 60-minute class. So I hope today, Namaste everybody, have a beautiful day or evening whenever you join me with this one. It is a practice that, as I mentioned at the beginning of the class, we're often in small places on the boat. We're often trying to find, I get messages all the time. I was like, how do you practice? It's not like being in a studio. It's totally different, I know, and you've got to find somewhere that you feel comfortable in this space, and it doesn't matter, for this, obviously targeting the boat, but it's the same for home. You have busy lives, busy families, and you need sometimes to just check out for that short period of time. Namaste, everyone. If you're heading off on passage now with us, and you've joined me, I hope maybe this little practice you got to catch this before you leave. Enjoy your day, enjoy your sailing, and I'll see you when I return, because we'll up anchor in a few hours' time, and I won't be back online until about another 15 to 17 days, weather permitting. So take care, and I'll see you when I'm back. Namaste.